Hey guys, it's Julia. How are you? And today is time for part 3 of our 25k, or as I've been calling them, Big Cash Months series. And it's part 3, and we're looking at the mindset technique to help you flip the switch so those big cash months can happen really quickly. Now, I know you've heard about mindset until you're a little bit fed up, because sometimes people can make it sound like this airy, fairy, magical. You only have to think it's going to happen and it happens. And that's not really what mindset is, because as you know, you can think about having, cute shoes as much as you like, unless you actually go out and get the shoes, either order them online or go to the store. The shoes don't magically happen. It's exactly the same with calling in clients. It's exactly the same with working on how you think and how you feel about those 25k big cash months. So that's what this live stream is about today. And this is my favorite mindset technique of all time. I've used it, I realized in preparation for talking to you today, that I've actually been using this for about 20 years. Dare I say that number out loud, because I'm only 16. So, and I didn't realize what it was when I first started using it. And it's a technique that I've used, from about a year into being in the UK. And I've been in the UK from Trinidad about 20 years now. And now I call it looking for evidence. And so that's what I want you to do. You have a picture in your mind as to what your 25k or your big cash month will look like, right? You know what you're going to do with that money. You have a really clear idea of what you're going to spend it on, where you're going to invest it, how you're going to treat yourself, how it will make a difference for your family, what you're going to donate to in church or some other good charitable cause. You know really, really clearly the difference that big cash month is going to make to you and your life and your family's life. And so what you want to do is you want to find evidence of the end result. And sometimes you need to look this is one of those times actually when you do need to look externally. So you look for examples of people doing what you would like to do with your big cash month. And I don't mean coaches on Facebook saying, "Oh, look at me with my new car." And I'm not making fun of that, because that is also important. It's important to enjoy money, right? It's for your enjoyment. It's for changing the world. It's for doing good. But you're not looking for superficial proof. You're looking for proof that connects with what you want to do with the big cash month. So for example, if you know that you want to take your family on a luxury, all expenses paid holiday to Disney World, you would look for somebody who has just had that experience. You're looking for evidence, not from a jealous point of view, but from if they can make it happen, it means that the ability is already in existence in the world. I hope that is making sense. It's not as if taking your family on an all expenses paid trip to Disney World, like you don't have to build Disney World. So you're looking for evidence. Disney World exists, 25 grand or whatever the big cash number is exists, planes exist. Mary just took her family on an all expenses paid trip to Disney World. I saw the pictures every day. They looked like they had a blast. There is evidence. So you start to amass evidence of what you want to create with your big cash month. When I first did this, I was a student. I was going to university, putting myself through university, working really hard, studying really hard. And I had this guy at our church in Trinidad named Jared. And Jared had left Trinidad to go to America to study. And to be honest, he was my friend in choir. I knew him. I knew his wife, Caroline. So if anybody is watching this video from church, say hello to Jared and Caroline and let them know that I've talked about them on this video, on this live stream. And Jared was in America studying and I was in England studying. And I used to say to God in those really tough moments, God, you can't do it for Jared and not do it for me. And that might sound like a really funny prayer, but that was all I could pray in that moment. And what my heart was saying was, I know that what I want is possible because I have seen somebody create what I am trying to create. And I just held on to knowing that it was possible, held on to that evidence. I had seen that it was possible. So I used that to help me to keep mentally in that state of, I know that this is possible. I know it is possible to work and study. I know it is possible to get an undergraduate. I know it is possible to get a master's degree. And I would say that time and time again. God, you can't do it for Jared and not do it for me. And yes, it's not the most theologically sound prayer, but it was the best I could do at the time. And God honored that. So that has evolved into looking for evidence. The first time I created a 100K program, the first time I was like, I'm ready to serve my clients at that level. I'm ready to receive, 100K to work with a client. I looked for evidence of women coaches who were rocking it out in their family life, who were rocking it out in their business life, who I knew because I'd had colleagues who had worked with them at that level, that it was possible. So make a list of your evidence and use that to keep your mind in that place where you're ready for those big cash months. And if you've posted a question and I haven't responded, it's because I haven't seen the questions pop up, and I will respond as soon as I'm off the live stream. And if you would like a reminder of when I go live again, type reminder in the comments and I will let you know when I'm next going live. See you on the next one.